Hey everybody, Sue from Escape Crafts here today, and I wanted to do just a little bit of a different video today. I talk a lot about my like crochet and yarn and stuff, but I don't talk too much about my soaps. So I had to just make some new soap today, and I thought I'd bring you with me while I work on it a little bit. So if you're new here, welcome. My name's Sue. I own Raven's Escape Crafts, and on my channel I talk a lot about crafting, mostly like yarn and stuff, life, books, all kind of stuff. So welcome. I'm like kind of off screen here. So these are a Citronella soap. These are, let me show you. They look kind of like a sunflower, and they're scented with citronella. This is a glycerin soap that I make, and these are good for summertime. That's all I'm really allowed to say about that. I cannot claim that they do what they do, but as you all know, what citronella does, that's what they do. So I started making these many years ago at this point for my son, who is very bug prone. He is the kind of person who, we all know people like this, who if he gets even within a couple of miles of a mosquito, it will come by him. And so he used to, oh my goodness, like just going outside to go to the, like from walking from the house to the car, which is not far at all. We have a very small backyard. He would literally get 2 or 3 mosquito bites. So I started making this because I do not like spraying bug spray on my kids all the time. There is a time and a place for it. There is. And I understand why some people like do it a lot. I just don't like putting a ton of bug spray on my kids. I just don't. So I started making these because he can wash with this. It's on his skin. We tried it. We tried several different things. And this works the best because he takes a shower every day, and it works. I was surprised, since it's a wash-off product, and everybody says, oh, soap is a wash-off product, you know, and it shouldn't work, but it does. All right, let me pause just a second. Okay, I'm back. All right, so, sorry, I was trying to find something to help wrap these soaps. Yeah. So, like I said, these work really good for summertime. These are ideal for camping, for picnics, for hiking. They really do work. And they're my best seller. I sell a ton of these. A ton. I have to keep them in stock all the time. I actually have a guy from New York. Hi, John Martinez. I don't know if he watches my channel, but he and his family are allergic to mosquitoes. And he swears by these. He buys them 10 to 20 at a shot and uses them religiously. So I do a ton of them, a ton of them. And these are shrink wrap bags. I'll show you how they work in just a few minutes. But I have these soaps. I made some Drakkar soaps today. How's everybody doing? How you guys doing? This beautiful Sunday. gonna work. I'll talk to you guys until my husband and kids are downstairs recording their podcast. There's some grumpy kids today. Oh. So anybody who follows my channel, as you know, hold on. All right, sorry, I want to lift you up a little bit. So yesterday, we actually had a pretty good day. We went to, well, I needed to go get an x-ray on my back. So they finally sent me for the x-ray on my back. So I went for that yesterday on Saturday, because apparently it's just walk-in. So that made life easier for everybody. And then my kids wanted to go to the Warhammer store. So if you've been here a while, you understand why. And my husband. So they said, well, if we go away, can we go to the Warhammer store? I said, yeah, that's fine. Well, of course, so we got done with the x-ray. So you guys probably don't know, but like the Warhammer store, they have only one person works there. They only have one person that works the whole store. So, so they have to, like, when they take a lunch or whatever, they close the store. So of course we showed up at lunch break. I was like, oh crap. So luckily we were not too far. It's right in the middle of all kind of shopping and stuff like that. All right, hold on. We'll pause that. So this is the molds that I have, and this is them coming out of the molds. Like I said, these are my Citronellas. See, I made 15 of them this time. I always check them, make sure they look right. Because the nice thing about soap is, if they're not right, I don't sell them. But we can use them at home. So, you know. Because we all gotta get clean too. And like I said, my son uses them all the time. That one's okay. And he absolutely loves them. And I sell a ton of them, so yeah, these are all good. Okay. And then we have a blue one. Oop, throwing it on the floor. Yeah. So that's what they look like. I think they're really cool. They're pretty. This one's for my son. So, and then I take a, sorry, they smell a lot. They make me stuffy. I make my nose itch, so if you see me go, I apologize. This is a vegetable peeler, but this is the only thing I use this for is soap. So before anybody says anything, this is my soap vegetable peeler. And then I take the edge off so it looks nice. Because when they come out of the molds, they have like a little rough edge. I just run this around the outside to make them all nice. And then I package them in shrink wrap bags. Oh, so as I was saying, so we went shopping. We went to Ollie's. And I rolled around there in my little wheelie chair. And we picked up just some, some odds and ends stuff. A lot of stuff we didn't need, but oh well, you know. Such is as they say. And we didn't spend a whole lot of money either, so that's no big deal. We did get some camping chairs, which we actually needed for next weekend, because we are going to that, we're going to a showing of The Mandalorian and Grogu. So we're going to be going to that next Saturday at a drive-in. So we are going to take chairs so that we can sit. We don't have to all sit in the van. Should be nice. So we got 12, 34, 50. Okay, perfect. All right. So that is, they're all out and beveled. I just got to put them in baggies. So we did get to pick those up. And we stopped at the Warhammer store. And then, since we were out, it was like almost 5 o'clock. Because they're like, why don't we just get dinner? So I was like, whatever. So I'm like, that's fine. So we did that. And I just picked up Panera Bread because they have options that I can have. You know, like their salads and stuff like that are mostly my diet friendly. So I ended up getting Asian chicken salad, which is really good. And I did have some beef and broccoli, or not beef and broccoli, cheddar broccoli soup, which I know is dairy and was not on my diet. But I only had like a little bit in a little cup. So, and then I did have a piece of bread too. But I behaved somewhat. Because for lunch yesterday, I had, what did I have for breakfast? I had, I'm trying to remember. Yesterday I had 2 veggie burgers and I'm trying to think. There's something good for me. I had 2 veggie burgers and not sure what. I don't remember. And then, or did I? Yeah, that was yesterday. I had 2 veggie burgers and I don't remember what I had. And then, oh, I gotta keep working. And and then, like Friday night, I had street tacos, which I know the tortilla is still technically carbs, but everything else in the street tacos was not. And then I had just a little bit of, it's like a broccoli, it's called broccoli crunch salad. It's like broccoli, cabbage, and I think it's got dried cranberries in it. And then it just has like some sort of an Italian-y dressing on it. It's good. I added a piece of extra sunflower seeds to it because I like a little more crunch, but I can have those, so that's okay. I've been really, trying to follow their diet. And then like today for lunch, I had some brown rice with a little bit of stewed tomatoes and broccoli and vegan chicken. They're like not chicken, vegan chicken patties. So I'm trying. It's exhausting though. And again, what the frustrating part to me is like, if I could just move and do stuff, I could probably lose the weight that they want me to lose. I could probably what's the right word? Like lower my triglycerides and stuff like that. Ugh. So we'll see. I have an appointment with pain management in June 9th, I think it is. So we'll see what they say. I got this x-ray yesterday. We're going to see what that says. Because we all know the radiologists don't actually, or the x-ray techs don't actually read the x-ray. But when she was doing it, you know, she was really nice. She was like asking me a couple questions like, oh, why are they doing the x-ray, blah blah blah. And I was telling her, and then she's like, oh, okay, you know, she's like, oh, is this new pain? I'm like, no. But you know, I finally got somebody to send me to get x-rays done, and she's like, she was like, oh yeah. So we discussed that, but then she started doing the x-rays, and she's like, how long have you had this pain? So that makes me wonder if she saw something, and she even like, and then after that she was like, oh, let me help you do this, ooh, let me help you do that, ooh, let me help you do that. Oh, she even called extra people in to help me get off the table. I'm like, just for that. But it would be nice. It would be nice to actually be validated that I'm not just crazy and just wanting to get pain medicine. Because that's like, so they call me from pain management. I found this interesting. They call me from pain management, and they're like, the first thing she says is, I have to read, before I can make an appointment with you, I have to read you this disclaimer, and you have to acknowledge it. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, so she's like, I mean, obviously I don't know what it said word for word, but she starts to say like, blah, 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 you know, and it's like, if you know, we are not going to just automatically prescribe narcotics. They're a last resort, you know, that we're going to try other things first. And that if you already have prescriptions for narcotics, I'm going to put these in front of me, from other doctors, that does not mean that we're going to give you narcotics or we're not going to just go by what they are doing. I was like, that's fine, because I don't really want narcotics. I would prefer something else if it's possible. So these are done. All right. And then the other soaps I made are these round soaps, and these are Drakkar soap. These are a little harder to get out. This is a thicker. Let's see, these are Drakkar-inspired. So I actually have an order for these right here, right now, and I had run out. And I did not realize I ran out until I went to go fill the order, and I don't have any. But that's okay, because they do not need to go out until tomorrow. So we can make them today. Tragedy avert. Oh, okay. That one. These are really nice looking soaps. And they really do smell like Drakkar. I saw, this is my second bestseller, is Drakkar, actually. I get a lot of people looking for that 90s feel. Oh, old Drakkar. I have sold a ton of these, probably close to 100 of these soaps. Although I've sold well over 100 of the citronella, probably close to 500 of the citronella. I've made so many of them. Ugh. The only problem with making these soaps is the whole house smells like it for days. And my hands smell like it, even if I wear gloves. Which, you know, I know some people wear gloves. I mean, it's soap. I wash my hands before I do this. And it's soap. So, I mean, like, the whole purpose of it is to clean, so, you know. It's not like food. You're not going to be putting it in your mouth. Do you know what I'm saying? That's my thoughts, at least. So I do the same thing on these. I bevel the edges. And then I'll have you help me shrink wrap them, too. Yeah, so that's what's going on. The rest of it. So we did that. It was a nice day. We came home. We ate some Panera. We sat and we sat and talked a little bit. And then we were going to watch some TV. But Todd's cousin called. And then we ended up on the phone with him until almost 11 o'clock last night. I think we probably still would have been on the phone, except Todd's phone was about to die. He wasn't near the charger. So, and then I still wanted to watch Outlander last night because we didn't get to watch it. The last episode ever of the series was on. And I have wanted to watch it. Especially because every time I went on Facebook, I was like, I'm like, scroll. Because everybody was talking about it. I shouldn't say complaining about it, but, well, they were too. My opinion on it, if anybody watches Outlander and saw I won't give any spoilers. But I'm mixed emotion about how they finished it off. In some ways, I really liked it. I mean, I guess at this point, it doesn't matter. If you haven't watched the end of Outlander, spoiler alert, turn off the video, come watch it later. Okay. All right, everybody gone that hasn't watched the last episode yet? Okay. I don't usually do this stuff, but, so, yeah. So, what did I think of it? I mean, I'm going to say, and again, if you haven't watched the last season, you still want to avoid this because spoilers on that too. I didn't like that they killed Fergus off because that differed from the book, and I get they didn't want to kill Henry Christensen, okay, who's what's happened in the book, but it happened for a reason, and I don't like Alexa. I don't like that they changed it. Do you know what I'm saying? I felt like she did it for a reason, and they were too chicken to do it. So that being said, I don't know why they had to kill anybody off. You know, they've skipped plenty of other parts of the stories. Well, why couldn't you just have skipped that then? Because in my humble opinion, it didn't add anything to the season. You know what I mean? Like, they never came back to it and never revisited it. Like, what was the point then? Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I know they did 2 episodes about it. Like, basically you saw it happen and then Marcelly recover from it, you know. But I just don't think it added in the book, it added this depth and sadness because it was Henry Christensen. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was necessary. And then there were just some things that they changed for the series from the books that I just didn't like. And then, of course, if they haven't, obviously we don't know what's going to happen in the last book of Outlander because she's not finished writing it yet. Which is fine. And, because she takes her time with all her books. But, that being said, I said right from the start, they're going to kill Jamie. I said that when we watched the last episode, which was 2 weeks ago. I said they're going to kill Jamie. And my husband agreed. He was like, well, yeah. I mean, they've been making it very... another thing, if you watch the show, that Faith lived. No. That's not what happened. So, it's ridiculous. It doesn't even make sense. But whatever. So then, we're getting past that part. That annoys me still too. But, yeah, so, but I knew it. I said, when they did the last episode, before this last episode, Jamie's gonna die. And then, they made it so blatantly obvious, the entire episode, Jamie's gonna die. And, even like, when he lived, and she went and saw him, he was okay, and then she left. My husband's like, he's still gonna die. And I'm like, I think so too. Stuck. So, you didn't really, you know what I'm saying? If you thought you were hiding it from us, you really weren't. No. So, I'm gonna fold this a little bit. And then the end when he woke up. I mean, come on. They both woke up. It just, I don't know. It wasn't a bad ending. It wasn't. It was just not. Ugh. I kind of wish they either would have, like, finished it, let them die, both of them together, or, like, shown a little, like, montage of after the fact. Do you know what I mean? Like the happily ever. I mean, I just thought it was a weird way to do it. These are causing me all kind of problems, and I apologize for the crinkling. Oh, I'm gonna pause you for a minute, okay? All right, now we're going to reach the tips and tricks portion of this. So, I know you've been seeing. So here's to get soaps in the bag. If you're a soaper, here's some tips and tricks. Get it in the bag. Get some kind of like old, like some mail, like shiny mail, like the political ads work great for this. Put it over your soap, slide it in the bag. I'm not doing it very well because it's starting to get sticky from the soap. And then they'll go into your shrink wrap bags a lot easier. Okay. So then I use this. This is a thing I got on Amazon it's just got soap sticky stuff on it. This is to seal bag, like chip bags and stuff. It works great to heat seal your shrink wrap bags. Another big tip, never leave your other shrink wrap bags near where you're heat doing anything. I've shrunken my bags more than once. All right, so we close these up. And then we can move on to actual shrink wrapping. I will show you how I do that. And then I label them. I'll show you how I do that too. All right, let me just finish closing these. So because it's going to be a little noisy, I'm going to tell you the heat gun I use is from Harbor Freight. It did not cost much. In fact, my husband bought it to work on his Mandalorian armor, and I kind of stole it. I should say borrowed it once, and I haven't really given it back. Now he borrows it from me. But he doesn't care because I didn't have to buy something new. So, all right, I'm going to turn this off. It's that simple. And then we're going to shrink wrap. I do it on low. I will start on the bottom. Look at the side. That's what it looks like. Starts out like this. And the key is to not let it sit too long. You can, once you get better, do a stack at a time. Not fully, because you still have to finish it and it doesn't look quite as nice, but you can do it. And then you find out you screwed one up. And you have to undo it. We'll just do it. Okay. Yep, so that's shrink wrapping. I know a lot of people struggle with it at first. I struggled with it at first. It's not the easiest thing in the whole wide world. And it's hot, and it hurts your fingers. Not gonna lie. But it's part of making soap. Doesn't take terribly long. It's just hot and ouchy. So I'm going to keep wrapping these. I'm going to let you guys go. 'Cause I don't think you want to just sit here and watch me shrink wrap. You want to see how I can show you how I label them. Let me do that for a second. Let me show you the labels and then I'll let you guys go, okay? So like these are my Citronella soaps labels. I know it's backwards, I apologize. And it has all the ingredients on it, my company name, my address, and then it says Citronella soap, and then it has ounces and grams. So you have to weigh each one of them. You get a pen here. All right, let's see. And you have to weigh them all. I have my handy dandy little kitchen scale. And I use this for a lot with my business. Because you have to weigh these, you have to weigh packages, you know. I have to weigh all my stuff, anything body or soap or anything like that has got to have ounces and grams on it to be compliant for the FDA. So I use this scale a lot, and then I use it for shipping and stuff like that too all the time. You just end up using it a lot, you know. And I do my ounces to the nearest under, like, so if it's like 3.8 even, it's still 3 ounces. And then if they're over 4, usually my soaps, these kinds of soaps are usually about 3. They're usually like 3.5, almost 3 3/4. The Drakkar ones are 4, almost always 4. So that's how that works. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for spending time with me. I know it wasn't like a super upbeat video. It's just a chill Sunday. I hope you're having a chill day too, wherever day it is. I'm not sure if I'll get this up today or tomorrow, but I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you do something nice for yourself today. I hope you have a chill day and choose love every day. I'll be back, guys. I'll let you know what's going on with everything else, and we'll be back with more yarn stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye.